Yo, YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Kari here, back again with another video for y'all. Go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to drop a comment. And yeah, so today's video, I'm about to get off into it. I had a bit of a weird situation. As a lot of you guys know, I'm living in Medellin, Colombia. I've been here for almost 2 years, coming up on that in December. But I never had no situation like this happen to me in all of my time here. So let's jump into it, man. So I kind of feel like it's a stalker situation or some type of just weird follower situation, subscriber situation. I don't really know what to call it. I don't know exactly what are the criteria for a stalker, to be a stalker. I really don't want to even call it that because I don't know how serious it is or if the dude just had a bad judgment or whatever. But basically, I had one of my subscribers and followers, subscriber to the channel and follower on Instagram, the same person, he came by my apartment one day this week. And I guess he asked to talk to me or asked to see me or something. All I know is the doorman at my building, when I came back home, they were telling me that somebody came here. It was a white dude, gringo, from New York, and he was talking about baseball. And that's all they told me, right? And they told me that he was asking to see me. And I, obviously didn't invite anyone over to talk, so it struck me as being weird, like who would come here asking for me unannounced. I know I didn't give anyone time for us to meet, especially at my house, or anything like that. So I didn't even give my address to anyone. So anyway, I thought about it for a second. There was only one person in my history I could think that meets all that criteria. And so I'll go back and I start looking through my Instagram messages. I start looking through some WhatsApp messages and stuff. And basically, I'm like, there's only one person I know it could be. So I'm gonna go ahead and post some of these screenshots that I took from my DMs and Instagram, and just so you guys, see the evidence that I'm talking about. You don't think I'm capping or making anything up. But this guy named Sam, sorry for those messages in the background. This guy named Sam, who I've never met in person in my life, really never talked to up until the point where he DM'd me on Instagram. He DM'd me back in August 13th, and he just responded to one of my stories with a laughing emoji, and that was the first time I talked to him. Okay, I just liked the reaction, and then so he sends me a GoFundMe link to for emerging scholar athletes of Cartagena, some type of event, I'm guessing, that he was putting on. I really didn't know. I read through the description and I didn't really fully understand what type of event he was putting on and who was going to benefit and everything, right? So, but I did check it out because if you know me, I love baseball. So I checked it out and I responded to him and I said, will you be there for the event? He told me, yeah. And I told him that's cool. He said that he was doing an event in Medellin and he gave me the dates or whatever. I was like, cool, I'll be back. Because at the time I was in Texas. So I told him I'll be back and then I'll possibly be interested in volunteering. Because, I don't really like to donate to stuff that I can't see and put my hands on. It's not that I don't trust people. Well, yeah, I guess it is. I just don't trust people that much. I'm not a scammer, but I'm not stupid. I'm really up to date with all the scams that are out there. So it's not unheard of that people do scams through like GoFundMe and stuff like that. So it was more like I want to put my hands on it, I want to see. And honestly, giving your time is much more expensive, much more valuable than just giving money. And so I told the dude I'll possibly volunteer if I can make it, yada yada. And I asked him, are you living in Medellin? And he told me, yeah, I would love to have you. I'm a big fan of your YouTube. I moved to Medellin in September of last year, but I started visiting the city back in 2016. I'm an old man, LOL. I was like, okay, cool. I appreciate it. I was like, let's link up when I get back. I love baseball, so I want to know more about your plans. And I kind of left it at that. Anyway, I've been busy since I got back, so I never really followed up with the guy, but we shared our WhatsApp numbers, and then after that, he had added me into like the group that I guess he was managing all the event stuff with. So I started receiving all these messages, and I didn't ask to be added to this group. I started receiving all these messages about baseball teams and stuff in Colombia, which is cool. I can just turn the notifications off or whatever. I think I did. So, it wasn't something I wanted to actively be, involved in at the time, because in turn, like, I'm more like, just tell me the dates I'll pull up and just be a helping hand type of thing. That's what was my idea. Anyway, fast forward to this week. So, this guy, he, I told you what happened. My doorman, they flagged me down when I came home, because I hadn't been home for like 2 days, because I was staying at my girl's spot. And so when I got back, they flagged me down, and they were like, yo, somebody pulled up looking for you. This was what they looked like. I showed them this. After I thought about it, I found those messages, because I didn't leave, stay right there where I was talking to him, the doorman. And I showed him the picture that the guy had on WhatsApp, and I asked, like, is this him? And they were like, yep, that's him. Excuse me. They're like, yep, that's him. So, yeah. So, all right, so then I knew, that's how I knew. And so I hit the dude up, like, immediately, like, because I'm pissed off. I'm like, I didn't tell this guy my address. Like, I know you can figure out where I live because I made a lot of YouTube videos and I've shown like my balcony, the view or whatever. So it's not impossible to figure out like my building, but you would have to kind of know the area a little bit. So it let me know that I know I didn't give him my address. I know I didn't tell him to pull up at my spot or nothing. So he must have used my YouTube videos to pinpoint my apartment building. And then he decides to show up at my apartment building and ask for me. All right. So I hit the dude. So that pissed me off the jump. I felt disrespected. I felt violated. I felt like, what the fuck, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because that's just not how I expect people to move. Like, if I, you just don't show up at someone's house unexpectedly, no matter what the reason is, especially if they never gave you their address. Like, that's some stalker shit. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong for the way I'm looking at it. Because, I thought about this for like 2 days, and, I was even listening to the church, the church sermon that my pastor did this past Sunday. I didn't listen to it on Sunday, but I listened to it on like Tuesday or Wednesday. He was talking about not doing your enemies bad when people do you bad. I just felt like, man, I don't want to come off as like trying to expose this dude and make him look bad, because I don't know what his real intentions were, but I just know how I feel, and that's just violation of privacy. That's weird to me. It's like, why would you show up to my spot without hitting me up first, and then just expect, to see me or talk? I don't know what you expected. All right, so I hit the dude up. And I was like, hey, did you come to my apartment yesterday? And he responds with a link to some DJ mix, right? This is how crazy this is. Like, he responded to me with a link to a DJ mix, right? First. And I'm like, what the hell, bro? I'm like, I told him, like, so you just gonna avoid my question? Like, And he's like, I came by on Monday night to discuss the baseball project. I thought you would have made a donation by now. And then he sends me the link to donate again. I'm like, don't try to make this about me. You don't just pop up at people's house unexpectedly. And then he responds to me with a contact to some dude named Patrick Powers. It's like, bro, what are you, like, you send me all this random shit. Like, so I told him, like, why are you sending me all this random shit, bro? Like, you acting hella weird. Like you could have hit me up and set up a time to talk, but you decided to just come to my crib when I never gave you my address. What the fuck? Right? And so he goes, my bad, bro, I'm from New York. I prefer doing meetings in person. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what type of shit is that? Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, please. Please let me know if I'm tripping, bro. Like, all y'all on YouTube, like, somebody let me know, like, how would you feel about that situation? Like, because to me, I feel like disrespected, bro. Like, you playing games, you sending me all this random shit when I'm asking you direct questions. You came to my house, I never gave you my address. You must have watched my YouTube so closely that you know where I live. And, like, you know, you keep talking about this baseball stuff, but it's like, who tracks people down to get donations, bro? Like, for, like, on that type of level, bro. And it's like, I told you I'll volunteer, but you ain't really been like, yo, come check me out at the field, or, you know, I'm working with these kids today, come through. And, you know what I mean? Especially after, like, I seen, you just never know what people are trying to, like, do with their philanthropy, you know, like, or their real intentions. Like, I hope this dude has good intentions with his event and his baseball club. I don't want to throw shade on any of that. I just feel like, you know, I've seen some things that were weird, that came off as weird, and you just never know. Like, I know, here's an example that I know a lot of the YouTube world might know about, but the dude Miko Worldwide, later on he was proven, or he showed evidence that a lot of the accusations that were being made about him were false. But I remember people turned that event that he had in Dominican, where he gave back to the kids, into like more of a gay thing, where he wanted to like be around kids, or because people were trying to prove the point that he was a child molester or stuff. So, you know, I don't want to be a part of nothing like that. So my way of going about it was like, let me pull up and see what's going on before. I'm not just going to send money to anybody else and you just send me a link and it's got a description. Like, you know, like, I don't even donate really to like those big organizations, like I don't know, like the foundation of this or foundation of that, or, you know, because I don't really know what's going on. Like, I give back, you know what I mean? And I do it in a way where I gotta kind of be involved in the situation. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that I've done, like volunteering at the School of Deaf, or building houses and different poor places and stuff like that. That's my way of giving back, and then, as well as donating. But like I said, I want to know a little bit more before I send some money. But anyway, this is the situation. It happened earlier this week. The dude's a follower or subscriber to my Instagram, or following my Instagram, subscriber to my YouTube channel. So I'm sure he'll see this video, you know. I'm not really scared to put it out there. I just want to put it out there and just say to the YouTube community, like, yo, like, if you like a YouTuber or what, don't act like these YouTubers don't have privacy, don't have a life. Like, people treat YouTubers and people, and I'm not famous or nothing like that, very far from famous, but like, even it goes all the way up to like famous people where paparazzi treats them like they have no life, like their life is all in the public or whatever. It's like, it's violating, and it's like violation of privacy, and it's rude. Like, so, this is one of the first times I felt, you know, that on a very high level. One of the first times, not the first time, but yeah, I just want to put it out there and just see how the YouTube community would react to it, and see what y'all thoughts are. And whatever, you know, tell me in the comments what you think I should do, if I should just meet up with the guy, because he kept talking to me about, he went on and started saying like, yo, I want to learn stocks from you, are you really that good at stocks? And I'm like, bro, like, what's going on here? Like, I kind of just want to meet the guy just to be like, have a face-to-face, because I feel like it's all this internet energy going back and forth, and I don't really like that. I'm more of a face-to-face type of person. But anyway, that's the video for today, man. Y'all let me know your thoughts, and if I get enough feedback, maybe I'll do an update on this situation or whatever, depending on what happens. But you know, the main thing is to stay safe and treat people right. So even if you're this guy, Sam, out there watching this right now, you know, just treat people right, man. Like, don't pull up on people's house and act like you can just do that and they never told you where they live or nothing like that's just not cool, bro. Like, anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at Cardi.HQ, and I'm out. Peace.